In previous lecture, we learned thoroughly about double entry system, types of account, and how we can apply the rules, cardinal rules of double entry system to record all the transaction in a journal. And I already made clarification or information about journal in previous lecture. So, means for better understanding, we have to take more and more problems for the application of rules as per the double entry system. That is real account, personal account and nominal account. Or suppose how we can use the rules to record this transaction in a journal. That is very important. So how we can record? So we have to apply the rules to record the transaction in a journal. So take this problem here, past journal entries in the books of Ram Trader. Past journal entries in the books of Ram Trader. So there is a need to give heading Journal of Ram Traders. In this problem, means in this question, who is the owner? The Ram is the owner, and the name of that business activity, so it is named by that Ram Traders. That's why we have to write the name just like Journal of Ram Traders. Journal of Ram Traders. The ruling of journal I already described in previous lecture. The first column is your date. So you have to mention the date of transactions, particulars. We have to record, means we have to journalize the transaction. When I enter this transaction in a journal with the application or by application of rules of double entry system, then I say this is a journal entry. And your third column, that is debit amount and credit amount, both the columns which is divided on the basis of the definition of transaction. Means transaction means exchange of goods or services between two persons, and money play a vital role for exchanging. So on the basis of twofold aspect of that transaction, definition of transaction, so you have to write down the amount in debit column and in credit column also. Now the first transaction means started business with rupees 50,000. So who started the business? Ram started the business. Means what information you received from this transaction? Started business with rupees 50,000. So think about that 50,000. What is that 50,000? This is a cash. And I already explained all asset, means all tangible asset come under real account. So use the rule of that real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So what happened in this transaction? Started business with rupees 50,000. So I raise a question on behalf of Ram Traders. Means now I am business. I am business. Means you are not you. When you want to pass the entries in a journal of any business transaction, so think you are a business. Means you can easily understand and you can easily pass the journal entries of this transaction with the help of these rules. That's why I say what comes in my business. You get an answer, cash comes in your business. So as per the real account, debit what comes in. So you get an answer, what comes in your business, cash comes in your business. So I want to record the transaction in a journal just like cash account debited, because cash come, so cash account debited. It is very easy to understand, very easy. Means what happened? I say this your question say started business with rupees 50,000. So firstly, to record this, if you want to record the transaction in a journal, the first is your duty, raise a question. What is this? You get answer that is a cash. And you have information about the real and personal and nominal, you can easily understand what comes in my business. Cash it is a tangible asset, so that tangible asset means asset come under the real. And define that rule, debit what comes in. So you get answer, debit what comes in. Raise the question to your transaction, what comes in my business? You get answer, 50,000 comes in your business. So as per this rule, cash account debited to. What goes out from your business? In this transaction, amount not goes out from your business. What happened? Means the cash comes in your business. But there is a need to think who invested to start the business activity. So Ram invested to start the activity. But in previous lecture, I made clarification, don't use the name of that owner of the business, of the particular business, because whenever you raise a question, means share information or raise a question to your friend, how much amount invested, you will get answer, oh, I invest rupees 50,000 as a capital. As a capital. So we have to use the word, we have to mention that to capital account. To capital account. Here is the amount 50,000. So there is a need to mention in debit column 50,000. 50,000. And to capital account in credit column 50,000. 50,000. Again I want to repeat this. Started business with rupees 50,000. So cash it is an asset. So asset come under the real account. As per the real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What happened in this transaction? What comes in your business? Cash comes in your business. So cash account debited. The rule say means as per real account, credit what goes out. But what happened? The person who invested to start the business, Ram invested to start the business. Ram investment of Ram to start the business activity, as per the accounting business language, we have to say that is a capital. That's why I use the word to capital account. So what happened here? Capital. It is a representative of Ram. So that Ram come under the personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. That's why there is a need to raise a question. Who invested? You will get answer Ram. But I made clarification. Business it is a separate activity from that owner. That's why business activity say who is the representative of that capital? Ram. So Ram is a person, come under that personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So credit goes to capital account. And we have to give a simple narration in this bracket about the transaction. And it is very easy. Means task for you means being business started, being business started and sketch a single line. Now your journal entry being completed. Before this I say this is a transaction. Now I say this is a journal entry because that entry I recorded in journal. So you say this is a journal entry. Before this is a process. I read out the transaction and after that I recorded the transaction. So as per the bookkeeping and accountancy, the word first I have taken only bookkeeping. Bookkeeping, it is a process of recording of transaction. This is a process of recording of transaction. But under accountancy, we have to record the transaction in a systematic way. So we have to use the rules which is defined by Luca Paciello under double entry system, real, personal and nominal. Second, transaction. There is a need to mention date also. So you can mention the date, suppose 2020 22 August. You can use this because we have to mention, means this is a proof, because after passing this journal entry, this is the history for future. Next transaction, bought furniture. Now here, bought furniture, bought furniture. What is this? Furniture. So furniture is a asset. Furniture is a asset. So asset come under real account. Asset can't come under personal account or nominal account. So as per the real account, debit what comes in. Raise a question. What comes in my business? You get an answer. What furniture comes in your business. So it is very clear here. Debit goes to furniture account. Furniture account. 2. Think about that. Credit what goes out. Raise a question. What goes out from your business? It is very easy to understand what goes out. You purchase the furniture. It means that there is a need to pay cash. By paying cash, means you paid cash and then you get a furniture from that particular seller. And suppose, think about that. Bought furniture rupees 900. The name of party it is not given here. So it is a cash transaction. So without any confusion, doubt, etc., there is no need to think whether the transaction it is a credit or cash. The name of party not given, so it is a cash transaction. So furniture account debited to cash account because cash goes out from cash box of your business activity. Again, there is a need to put narration in bracket being, it is very easy, being furniture purchased, purchaser, rupees 900. 900. Again schedule. There is a need to mention the date. Suppose 23 August. 23 August. The third transaction, purchase goods from Mohan, rupees 1000 for cash. Think, purchase goods from Mohan means the Ram trader, means business purchase the goods, for sale. For sale. So it is a expense of that business. Don't say goods you can easily understand, oh what is that goods, and someone say goods it is an asset. No. Why I am saying just like it is not an asset, think about that. I purchase the goods, means Ram trader purchase the goods for selling purpose, so it is expense of that business. So that goods purchase come under the nominal account. Debit all losses and expenses and credit all gains and income. So what happened here in this transaction? purchase goods from Mohan for cash. So purchase account debited. Purchase account debited to cash account. To cash account. Because purchase goods from Mohan rupees 1000 for cash, and means we have to think in previous transaction bought furniture 900, and I say here is the name of party not given, means it is a cash transaction, and here purchase good from Mohan means the name of party it is given, but specifically mentioned in this for cash. So it is a cash transaction. So purchase account debited to cash, it is a asset, come under that real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So cash goes out from your business, so credit goes to cash account, and there is a need to mention the amount, that is 1000 in debit and credit also. 1000. Again, there is a need to mention the narration. Goods purchase being goods purchase and sketch the and mention the date, suppose 24 August. In next transaction, sold goods for rupees 1000. Whom to sold not given, the name of party not given, so it is a cash transaction. Sold goods for rupees 1000. The business means the Ram trader sold goods for rupees 1000. So this is the cash. So cash comes under the head real account, because cash it is a asset. So as per the real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. In your transaction means sold goods for rupees 1000. So you sold, Mr. Ram trader sold the goods, cash comes in your business. So what happened? Debit goes to cash. So I say cash account debited. Cash account debited to. Why we received the cash? Think about that. Because we sold the goods for rupees 1000. So credit goes to sales account, and sale it is the income of your business. So this sale come under the head nominal account. So as per the nominal account, credit all gains and income. So credit goes to sales account. Sales account. Again, there is a need to mention the means narration being goods sold. Very easy. Goods sold. To give explanation of the entry, very easy. And sketch the line again and put the amount, that is 1000 in debit column. Next transaction, paid telephone rent. Think about the paid telephone rent. Telephone rent, is it an asset? Answer is no. He is a person? Answer is no. Rent is an expense. Rent, it is an expense, because paid rent, paid telephone rent, it is an expense, and expense come under nominal account. So as per the nominal account, debit all losses and expense, and credit all gains and income. So debit all losses and expense here in this transaction. Ram trader paid telephone rent rupees 600. So telephone rent account, telephone rent account debited to cash account, because it is paid paid by cash. So it is a cash transaction being rent paid 600 as per your nominal account. Purchase goods from Dilip. Purchase goods from Dilip. Suppose rupees 2000. 2000. Purchase goods from Dilip. Purchase, it is a expense. Purchase, it is a expense. So that expense come under nominal account. So as per the nominal, debit all losses and expense, credit all gains and income. So purchase account debited. Purchase account debited to the name of Bachi is given. Purchase goods from Dilip. So Dilip is a person. Dilip is a person. In this transaction, he is a receiver or giver. It is very easy to understand. Purchase goods from Dilip. As per the personal, debit the receiver, credit the giver. In this transaction, Dilip is a giver because we purchase the goods from Dilip. So credit goes to Dilip. So to Dilip account. Dilip account. And here is the narration being goods purchased on credit on credit and rupees purchase good, that is 2000 in debit column 2000 and in credit column rupees 2000 and sketch the line. The next transaction, paid rupees 100 for advertisement. Paid rupees 100 for advertisement. So think about that. Rent, it is a expense. Rent, it is a expense. And you have a knowledge, you get clarification how you can journalize the transaction by using double entry system. That's why you raise a question about the transaction, and here is paid rupees 100 for advertisement. So you determine it is an expense, and this expense come under nominal account, not under real or personal account. So debit all losses and expense, credit all gains and income. So here what happened? Think about this. Paid 100 for advertisement. Advertisement account debited because as per the nominal, debit all losses and expenses. So advertisement account account debited to. Advertisement account debited to. Paid rupees means cash goes out from your business. Cash goes out from your business. So that is very important. So that cash, it is asset. Come under that real. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So what happened in this transaction? Cash goes out from your business. So advertisement account debited to cash account. Cash account. And put the amount in debit column, that is your 100, and credit side, and put a explanation, means that is narration, being advertisement expense paid. Very simple. There is no need to make confusion. How you can pass narration about the transaction. So in next lecture we will discuss the remaining transaction, means how we can journalize in journal. So we will discuss this remaining transaction in next lecture.